this is a comment on the way we use the term work and labor. It only refers to paid work.
Yeah.
And depending on who you read, unpaid work is up to half, is about as much as paid labor or somewhat less depending on who you're reading. So when we talk about do we need to work, we ignore at least half of what's being done. And so, like, how do you conceptualize the relationship between those two types of work? It would be also very nice if we could just qualify the term work by calling it paid work, to sort of acknowledge that there's this huge other segment.
I agree. I mean, I've worked for 10 years on something called the Index of Sustainable Economic Welfare, GPI, the Genuine Progress Indicator over here, and a key component of that, one of the biggest components of it actually is the positive contribution from unpaid labour. And I mean, should I distinguish between work and unpaid work? Maybe. I think meaningful participation in the creation of the social world is kind of a work in some sense of the term, and possibly, I mean, some of the more radical rethinking of the nature of work and ideas like the basic income, the citizens' income, where actually we recognise the value of those unpaid contributions and incentivise people actually to volunteer, to engage in care, to do all the things that actually contribute to the social fabric. There's a lot to be said for those arguments. I'm not probably the right person to make the typology of which kinds and how we should distinguish, but I absolutely take the point.